What if I told you that one of the world's most straightforward and affordable residency programs has been hiding in plain sight? While the internet is buzzing about six-figure European golden visas and complicated Caribbean passports, almost everyone is overlooking a stable, tax-friendly, and welcoming nation right in the heart of South America. This isn't some shady loophole or an obscure program that could vanish tomorrow. We're talking about a well-established, legal pathway to a rock-solid Plan B and, eventually, a powerful second passport. This is about why Paraguay is the easiest second residency you've probably never thought about and how it lays the groundwork for a passport that could genuinely change your life. We're going to get into the real costs, the real timeline, not the hyped-up version you might have heard, and the incredible benefits that make this option a total no-brainer for countless digital nomads, investors, and freedom seekers. But let's get one thing straight right away. You'll see people claiming you can get a Paraguayan passport in just 3 years. That's not the whole truth. Getting residency is incredibly fast and simple. Getting citizenship is a longer game that requires real commitment, and honestly, that's a good thing. It signals that the program is legitimate and stable. Today, we're cutting through the noise and giving you the unvarnished facts so you can decide if this is the right move for you. The journey starts with residency, and that's where the real magic of Paraguay begins. Let's get into the first, and maybe most compelling, reason Paraguay deserves your attention: the shockingly simple and fast residency process. When people start researching second residencies, they usually hit a wall of complexity. Huge investment demands, invasive wealth declarations, and years of bureaucratic limbo. Paraguay flips that script completely. The process is so straightforward, it almost seems too good to be true, but it's very real. The journey starts with temporary residency, which is valid for 2 years. The requirements are refreshingly simple. You need to be over 18, have a clean criminal record, and gather a handful of basic documents. We're talking about your passport, birth certificate, and police clearance from your home country. These documents need to be apostilled, which is just a standard form of international notarization, and translated into Spanish, but a local lawyer can handle that smoothly. You'll take a short trip to the capital, Asunción, to submit your application and give your biometrics. If you're curious what a quick scouting trip would actually cost from your city, I've linked a simple flight search tool below so you can check real prices. The whole in-country process can take just a few hours. From there, you'll typically get your temporary residency card in about 3 months. Now, here's a key point that makes Paraguay so attractive for people who aren't ready to move full-time. The physical presence requirements are incredibly flexible. To maintain temporary residency, you just need to avoid being out of the country for more than a year at a time. For permanent residency, you only need to visit once every 3 years. This gives you amazing flexibility. You can secure your Plan B, get your Paraguayan ID card called a cédula, open bank accounts, and then keep traveling the world knowing your foothold in South America is secure. After holding temporary residency for about 21 months, you can apply to become a permanent resident. The process is just as straightforward, mainly requiring updated documents. Once you're a permanent resident, you have a solid, long-term status in the country, with your ID card renewable every 10 years. This is the key that unlocks the country's most powerful benefit. This is the part that gets every digital nomad, remote worker, and online entrepreneur to sit up and pay attention. Paraguay runs on a territorial tax system. What does that mean exactly? It's simple. Paraguay only taxes income generated from sources inside Paraguay. Any income you earn from outside the country is 100% yours to keep, completely tax-free. If you're a freelance developer with clients in the US and Europe, that income isn't taxed in Paraguay. If you're a stock market investor with a portfolio managed abroad, those capital gains aren't taxed in Paraguay. If you're a retiree receiving a pension from your home country, that pension isn't taxed in Paraguay. This isn't a loophole, it's the fundamental structure of their tax code. At this point, Paraguay sounds almost suspiciously easy. That's exactly where most people start doubting it, and where they miss the opportunity. For anyone who is location independent, this is a financial game changer. Compare this to countries like the United States, which tax their citizens on worldwide income no matter where they live. In Paraguay, as a resident, you can legally structure your life to slash your tax burden, freeing up capital to invest, save, or just enjoy. On top of that, Paraguay has no wealth tax and no inheritance or gift taxes on foreign assets. It offers a level of financial privacy and freedom that's becoming harder and harder to find. The country is also not a signatory to the Common Reporting Standard, CRS, which means your banking information isn't automatically shared with foreign tax authorities. Once you have your residency and your cedula, you can open bank accounts and operate financially within the country and the entire Mercosur region with ease. For many people, this benefit alone is reason enough to choose Paraguay. So, what does this golden ticket actually cost? Because here's the thing, if this required a six-figure investment, most people would already be lining up. This is where Paraguay really pulls away from the pack. While popular golden visa programs in Europe can demand investments of €500,000 or more, you can secure Paraguayan residency for less than the price of a used car. For a single applicant, the total cost, including government fees, document translation, and legal help, is typically in the $5,000 to $8,000 range. There's no requirement to buy expensive real estate or government bonds. The main financial requirement is to prove you can support yourself. One of the most common ways to do this is by making a bank deposit of around $5,000 into a Paraguayan bank account. And this isn't a fee, it's your money sitting in your own account that you can access after your residency is approved. This low barrier to entry makes a Paraguayan residency one of the most accessible Plan B options on the planet. It's an insurance policy against economic instability, political turmoil, or just a desire for more freedom, and it's an investment that doesn't require you to liquidate your life savings. And once you're there, the affordability continues. The cost of living in Paraguay is remarkably low. A comfortable life in the capital, Asunción, can easily be managed for under $1,000 a month. For retirees or anyone on a fixed income, this means your money goes a lot further, allowing for a much higher quality of life. But here's where Paraguay stops being easy and starts requiring commitment. Now for the ultimate prize, the Paraguayan passport. This is where we need to be crystal clear and set some realistic expectations because a lot of bad information is floating around out there. As we covered, the journey starts with temporary residency for 2 years, followed by permanent residency. The Paraguayan constitution says you can apply for citizenship after holding permanent residency for 3 years. So let's do the math. 2 years temporary plus 3 years permanent means you're eligible to apply for citizenship about 5 years after you start. This doesn't mean you'll have the passport in hand on that date. The application processing itself can take another year or two. There's another critical requirement for citizenship: physical presence. While you don't need to live in Paraguay to keep your residency, you absolutely do to qualify for citizenship. During those 3 years as a permanent resident, you have to show genuine ties and a significant physical presence in the country. While the law isn't black and white, legal experts suggest spending at least 6 to 9 months per year in Paraguay during that period is a solid benchmark to prove your commitment. You'll also need to pass 2 exams, one showing basic conversational Spanish, or the indigenous language, Guarani, and another on Paraguayan history, geography, and politics. So, is it worth it? The Paraguayan passport is a surprisingly powerful travel document, offering visa-free access to around 145 countries. This includes the entire Schengen area of Europe, the United Kingdom, and Russia. As a citizen, you also gain full rights within the Mercosur trade bloc, which includes Argentina, Brazil, and Uruguay, giving you the right to live and work freely across these major South American economies. And what about dual citizenship? Officially, Paraguay's constitution only has a dual nationality agreement with Spain and Italy. For other nationalities, you might be asked to renounce your previous citizenship. However, this is widely considered a formality, and in practice, the government does not require proof of renunciation, allowing many to de facto hold both passports. Think of it this way: residency is the easy, low-cost, flexible Plan B. Citizenship is the Plan A, a full commitment that rewards you with a top-tier travel document and a second home. A passport is just a document. The country behind it is what truly matters. So, what's life actually like in Paraguay? For decades, the country was overlooked, but it has quietly become one of South America's most stable and welcoming nations. Economically, Paraguay has shown consistent growth and has managed to keep inflation in check, making it a calm harbor in a sometimes turbulent region. Crime rates are low for the area, especially in the neighborhoods where expats tend to live, like parts of Asunción. The culture is warm and friendly. Paraguayans are known for being welcoming to foreigners, and there's a growing community of expats who have discovered the country's charms. It's a place where you can find a relaxed, low-key pace of life, a world away from the frantic energy of many Western cities. It's a place where your money goes further, unlocking a lifestyle that might be out of reach back home. And as a resident, you gain access to the local healthcare system. While many expats choose private insurance, permanent residents have access to the public system as a safety net. It's one more layer of security in your Plan B. Paraguay isn't glamorous, it's practical, it's stable, and it's accessible in a way most second passport programs no longer are. The real question isn't whether it works, it's whether you act before it stops being this simple. Full breakdown is linked below. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, be sure to subscribe for more deep dives into global citizenship and building a life with more freedom. See you in the next one.